In this video, we're going to go ahead and rename our joints. The first thing we want to do is identify or coming up with a labeling system so that we can keep it consistent through our work. Now we can rename using our outliner or using the channel box. We're going to go ahead and select the channel box. And if you click here, now you're able to rename any of the joints. First, we're going to add a prefix. Now this prefix, we need to determine if it's going to be a joint which will be bind to the skin, or is it going to be a joint that just indicates the end of a chain. Therefore, to start off, we're going to do bind, as this joint will be binded to the skin of the character. Then we're going to do an underscore. At this point, you want to start thinking about if it's going to be left or right. So L for left, underscore again. Now we go with an actual ID for the joint and a number. So in this case, it's going to be thigh 01. Click enter. Once you do, you will see how the name will be updated on the outliner. Bind underscore L underscore thigh 01. Great. Let's move down the chain by clicking the down arrow on our keyboard. And this next one, we're gonna do the same, where we're gonna label it bind underscore L underscore knee 01. When we open this up in the outliner, you would see how it has been properly labeled. Notice that I'm keeping all my labeling on small caps, as this will later be easier to control. Let's keep going down the chain. Press the down arrow in your keyboard. And in this one now, being the end of the chain, remember how we have now two joints on this area. We're now going to label this BE, meaning for bone end. Then we're going to do L and do ankle 01. Let's go down the chain one more time. And in this one is going to be labeled bind L ankle 01. Keep going down the chain. Now let's do bind L foot 01. Lastly, we're gonna do BE bone end underscore L underscore toe 01. Once that's complete, go ahead and let's group this together. Control G. Rename group 1 into skeleton 01. Then let's set it up so that these values don't change and don't mess up our work later on. We're gonna grab all these values, highlight them, right click, and let's go down the list to where it says lock and hide selected. If you wish to bring those back, you can always go into edit, channel control, and you can manually look them up here. They're all in alphabetical order. Rotate, scale, translate. And you can just add them. Lastly, we're gonna grab our skeleton, shift select our character geometry, and hit P. So that is all parented together. Nicely done. Up next, we're gonna mirror this skeleton and create the hip joint.